Hi, it's Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got a book to read for you. Today, Book of James from 2016. So let's get started. This story is about James, the number 5 engine on the Fat Controller Railway. When he first came to Soden, all James thought about was his shiny red paint, so he soon got into trouble. James was a new engine with shiny red paint. He had 2 small wheels in front and 6 big driver wheels behind. You can pull coaches or trains, the Fat Controller told James. You are a mixed traffic engine. James felt very proud. One day, James' job was to help Edward pull coaches. Be careful with your coaches, James said. Edward, if you bump them, they will get cross. But James wasn't listening. All he was thinking about was his shiny red paint. James and Edward brought the coaches to the platform. Some boy came to look at James. I'm just a suspended engine, thought James. He let out a big whoosh of steam. A shower of water fell on the Fat Controller. Flash, his new top hat was soaking wet. James set off with his wheel whizzing. Slow down, James, old Edward called. James was going so fast that at the next station he steamed straight past the platform. They had to back up to let the passenger off. The Fat Controller won't be pleased, James sighed. The next morning, the Fat Controller came to see James. If you don't behave better, I shall paint your red coat blue instead, he said sternly. Now go and fetch your coaches. James was cross. A splendid red engine like me shouldn't have to fetch his own coaches, he grumbled. James steamed away too fast with the coaches. Groaning and moaning behind, it was a very bumpy journey. James puffed his hardest, but found himself going slower and slower till they had to stop. The driver got out. All that bumping had made your pipe leak, he told James. The passenger and crew had to get off the train. We need our bootlace, James guard told a passenger. So the man gave his bootlace to the guard. Then the driver put newspaper around the hole to stop the leak and tied it in place with the bootlace. At last, James could set off again, but he knew he was in big trouble this time. The Fat Controller sent James to the shed. In disgrace, James had to stay there all by himself. He felt very sad. Then one morning, the Fat Controller came to see James. I see you are sorry, he said. You may pull trucks again. James beamed from funnel to footplate. Thank you, sir, he smiled. Charlie bought James his chain of trucks. Don't forget your bootlace, James, he called cheekily. The troublesome trucks were not happy to see James. Not you, they moaned. James took to notice. James took no notice. He puffed carefully out of the yard, with the truck screaming and screeching behind. Soon James reached a big hill. It was even so steep. He padded. Then halfway up, 10 naughty trucks broke away and rolled back down again. James had to go back and collect them. I can do it. I can do it, James puffed as he reached the top of the hill at last. When James got back to the station, the Fat Controller was very happy. You have made the most troublesome trucks on the line behave, he smiled. You may keep your red paint. Peep, peep, hooray, James whistled. He knew now that he was going to enjoy working on the Fat Controller Railway. So that was James from 2016. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video come out real soon.